So the champion, Jarrod Neumann, joins us now. Jarrod, thanks for joining us, number one. Looks like you're back at work, so congratulations on getting back so soon. Probably a quick turnaround, I'd imagine.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me, though. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. I just want to know, how did you guys do it? How were you able to sort of overcome what you overcame, surprise, shock a lot of people, and beat the defending champs 2 times over?
Yeah, 3.2%, man. Yeah, I think it was a combination of a lot of things. First of all, I think it was sort of the team coming together and finally getting a set roster. I would say there's probably not another team in the league whose roster had changed as much as ours throughout the course of the season, regarding visa issues and travel restraints and just sort of finding the right lineup of rookies and vets and Canadians and Americans, and then eventually we sort of settled on something that worked. And we stuck with it, and everyone was bought in. And I think we became really close, really quick, especially with some of those pre-existing relationships. And I think we just sort of built on that, and it gave us an opportunity to take down a team that's, from head to toe, probably one of the best teams that the PLL or all of pro lacrosse has probably ever seen.
Yeah, like you said, that cohesiveness, and of course, there's so much talk about all the box guys, all the Canadians, and that style of play. Was that, you said that pre-existing relationships, that seemed to be why you guys were able to come together so quickly at the right time. Then you peaked when you were supposed to, it felt like, at the end of the year, when everything sort of finally started to congeal. That seemed to be the formula.
Exactly. I think over the course of the year, we've played some really good games, from a defensive and offensive perspective, but I don't ever think we've played 4 quarters. And I think, like you said, getting hot at the right time and sort of coming together gave us the opportunity to do that. And for the first time, I think we played a full 4 quarters in a game against a very talented team. Some mental lapses here and there, but those are going to happen when you have that much pressure and that high stakes.
Yeah, I mean, a team with Matt Rambo, Zed Williams, of course, we've seen their heroics, especially in the Rambo side of things, in those big games. It just felt like the Whip Snakes, at the end of games, you sort of just counted on them to come through. How were you able to sort of quiet them down and be able to be the team that beat them when it counted the most?
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts in net, right? When you got the best player in the world, net kind of helps. My Blaze is my roommate every week. He's my best friend. He's had a season I don't think anyone else could probably almost ever compare to in pro lacrosse. So it sort of starts with him, and then just trusting each other in the game plan. I don't think any time at all this year, regardless of matchups, anyone's sort of complained or had an ego, and I think that speaks volumes considering we have 3 extremely talented cover guys, unbelievable D middies, and some really talented poles who can play both sides of the ball. And I think that no matter what the game plan was, we gave it our all. We fully bought into it, and I think that sort of helped us. Curtis did a great job drawing up some good game plans those last 2-3 games of the year to really stifle some teams who were offensively very prolific. The Atlas are a young group that can score a ton of goals. We gave them a game plan I don't think they're ready for, and the Whip Snakes have proven if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think we sort of were able to stifle them a little bit and keep their top players sort of off the scoreboard. And it worked. So kudos to Coach Curtis and the entire defense, but it was fully a team effort.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun to watch if you're a fan of defense and to see what you guys did, of course, throughout those playoffs too. Esther Blaze, of course, that he was going to come up no matter what. I mean, is there something that he did differently this year to take that next? I mean, obviously, he has also always played very well in the PLL as it is. Is there something he did any differently, did it any better that you saw up close that sort of helped him get to this next level?
I don't think so. I think Blaze has done a terrific job being consistent. I mean, when you win 3 in a row goalie of the year awards, consistency is probably your middle name at that point. I just think it was there's finally a tipping point where when someone's playing at this high of a level, that the recognition needs to be given to someone other than just offensive players for an MVP award. And I think that was a big deal. And there's probably no one more deserving when you go 3 in a row than Blaze. So 3 in a row and an MVP and a championship to top it off. I don't know if that's been done before. So kudos to him.
Yeah, and he's and like you look at a player like that, like you said, the consistency sticks out. I mean, it's not easy to be that consistent in that position either at the same time, which sort of tells you the work he's put in to be that consistent year after year and inspiring the rest of you as well. Of course, you work so closely with him on the defense, right?
Yeah, and the best part about Blaze, though, right? I mean, no matter what, is his selfishness or his selflessness.
Yeah.
I mean, right? He collected a whole lot of hardware this past weekend, and then same thing. Me and Blaze have talked about this. We talked about it in 2019. We talked about it again in 2020 when we came up short. We've said it a million times, and he'll continue to say it for the rest of his life. Give up every individual accolade we've ever won to get what we got on Sunday, right? I think if you asked any athlete, would you rather take an MVP award or a ring? I'm pretty sure they're going to take the ring every time. And Blaze is a full team first guy, and it's awesome to see us cap it off on top of getting the rest for him. So, he's worked so hard. He deserves it. He plays the hardest position in the world. I know I wouldn't hop in net. I do from time to time, try to help him out a little bit, but I wouldn't want to be consistently in there.
Yeah, and the amazing thing about Blaze, he's going to go on the floor here in a couple months and go and be scorer, in the NLL, right? That's
Oh, yeah.
wild, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's unique. It's definitely unique.
You think about, like a Shohei Ohtani, like in baseball, pitcher, it's sort of the same kind of thing. Pitcher, hitter, and the Blaze is
doing it all.
Right? It's so cool. Before we let you go, Jarrod, who had the most fun during the celebration?
I'd say that was a team effort. But I think
everything is right. Everything's a team effort.
I don't know if Dane Smith has stopped smiling yet. Let's put it that way.
He likes to wear that smile. How much did you have fun in relation to that?
Oh, I mean, Dane got me beat. Dane's new name is Champ now, so we'll just call him that.
Well, you guys all deserve that name. Congratulations. We appreciate your time, Jarrod, and enjoy this one for as long as you can. All right.
Absolutely, will do. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thanks.